Imagine walking into a room and every sound, touch, light, even the feeling of your body's balance feels turned up to the max. Or maybe you barely notice any of it at all. This is what sensory processing can feel like to many children with autism. Like living in a world where sensory input can be either overwhelming or barely detectable. Sensory processing is the way our brain takes information from our surroundings through our senses. And we actually have 8 of them. The 5 we all know: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, plus 3 others. There is the vestibular sense, which helps us with the balance and movement, proprioception, which tells us where our body parts are in space, and interoception, which helps us to feel internal cues like hunger, thirst, or even a full bladder. For most people, these processes happen so smoothly that we don't even notice. But for children with autism, this control room might respond differently, making sensory processing a unique or a challenging experience for all of their life. Children with autism may experience sensory inputs in different ways, either hypersensitive or overresponsive, or hyposensitive, and we also call it as underresponsive to certain stimuli. Let us take example of hypersensitivity. For some, soft light might feel like a harsh spotlight, or a gentle touch might feel like a strong punch. Imagine being in a noisy cafeteria. Some children might hear every sound at once, making it hard to focus or feel calm. Now, let's take the example of hyposensitivity. Other children may barely feel certain sensations. They might need louder sounds to notice them, seek strong sensory input like spinning or jumping, or even struggle to feel their own body parts in space. Let us take some examples and understand how these sensory differences can look in everyday situations. Let's take the example of a shopping mall scene. Imagine walking into a shopping mall. For a child with autism, the bright lights, the people talking, background music, refrigerator hums, and even the feeling of cold air can all happen at once, creating a sensory overload. This can lead to discomfort or a meltdown as their system tries to process so many intense signals. The next example we can take is the hug scenario. Some children might dislike being touched or hugged because it feels too intense, while others may seek out tight hugs or deep pressure to feel secure. That deep pressure can help with proprioception, giving them a deeper sense of where their body is. The very common example is the playground adventure. At the playground, some children might avoid the swings or slides because they feel unstable, which relates to their vestibular sense. Others may crave constant movement and spinning to help their balance and feel more regulated. Let us take the interoception example. With interoception, some children with autism might not notice internal cues as well. They might not feel hunger or thirst until they are very uncomfortable or have difficulty knowing they need to use the restroom until it's urgent. Some children, they understand every cue as hunger, so they constantly eat. How the sensory processing support helps? Supporting children with autism means adjusting their environment and teaching them to manage sensory needs. Occupational therapy, sensory diets, and sensory-friendly spaces can create a more balanced experience across all 8 senses. With the right support, we can help children feel more comfortable, regulated, and confident as they navigate their world. How can Play Street help? Play Street offers an online self-paced course on understanding sensory integration designed for therapists, doctors, parents, and educators, and even university students. If you are a parent, this course is particularly crucial for understanding your child and provide the optimal support, or what I call as just right support. For more details on the course, please refer to the course description. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and don't forget to like and share this video.